I can't read this.
Come on.
This happens often?
All the time.
Oh, man. Wow.
Well, today is International Stop Cyberbullying Day, and this year Sportsnet will be joining the conversation right around cyberbullying with their Not Fair game. Joining us, that's the initiative there. Joining us today to explain it, Sportsnet Central host Ivanka Osmak and Faisal Khamisa. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. We saw you in that PSA there, Ivanka, and this is something that, yeah, I can personally relate to, of course. Anyone on air gets a ton of response online, negative and positive, but there is a lot of negativity on social media. So what's it like for you personally? You saw sort of a glimpse of it.
Yeah, I use social media in a good way a lot of time, and I enjoy it. I love my Twitter. I love my Instagram. It's a place for healthy debate and civil discussion, but when you get those nasty, hurtful comments that are sexist or racist, whatever they may be, discriminatory, that's not okay. And it's not the place for it. And so that's why we do want to start the conversation. And at Sportsnet, we're doing that with Not Fair Game, because it's not okay to send those messages out there.
Right. And Faisal, I think everyone gets it across the board. You think some of your most well-loved personalities are immune to it, but that's totally not the case. So what have you experienced personally? Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of racism that comes in the comments that you know, that I see, and so we understand that social media is a pretty big part of our job. It helps us gain a following. It helps us attract people to watch what it is we do on television, and so using those methods, using those tools to interact is a key part. But when you get notifications that, you know, are racist or, you know, personal or defamatory or whatever it is, it kind of just throws you off and gives you this weird feeling. And it's gotten to a point where I've turned off notifications on all my social media platforms on my phone. And you don't want to do that because, like Ivanka said, interacting with the audience, interacting with the fans is such an important and, I think, vital part of what we do. But when that one notification out of the hundreds or 200 that comes in
sits with you,
it does. It just sits in your head. It sits in your body. It sits all over your, and it doesn't feel worth it.
Yeah. I think we're adults and we have tough skin, and it's gotten tougher over the years for sure, but that still doesn't make it okay. And then I look at other people that perhaps may be getting it, or young kids, our youth, and that's where you get really affected, and you just think,
that's it. Well, their coping mechanisms are not the same, and they don't necessarily want to talk about it because, like you said, as adults we can kind of deal with it. We can turn off our notifications, but for someone who's younger, they don't know how to turn it off, and they don't know how to deal with it. So tell us a little bit about how Sportsnet is tackling this and addressing it, and how people can take part.
Well, I just want to, first of all, thank Sportsnet for getting behind us, because I think for a few years, many years, we would get these notices or comments, and you just think, okay, just brush it off. It's part of the, perhaps it's part of the job. But when we took it forward to Scott Moore and Sportsnet, they were like, no, this is not right. Let's do something about it. And so that's where Not Fair Game was born out of. So first of all, compliments to Sportsnet for starting this initiative and getting it going. And so I think it's to open a conversation. Social media, it's a big community, and it can be a great place, and there are a lot of great people. So I think that's what we want to do, is make sure it stays that way, and just encourage the platforms, you know, encourage the Twitter and encourage the Instagram and the Facebook to protect their online communities, and it shouldn't be allowed, this type of behavior.
The hashtag here is Not Fair Game. Are you encouraging people to join into the conversation as well with using that hashtag?
Well, I think it is, you know, it's like the call to action kind of thing. You know, it's the way that they can kind of all participate together, and you know, it's not necessarily like it's the kind of rallying cry around this. You know, and we just want to encourage the wording in itself to say that, you know, we're people, our jobs are public, but no matter what you do, no matter what, you know, walk of life you're in, no matter what profession you're in, no matter what age you're in, this stuff is just not appropriate. It's just not fair. It's not fair game to participate in this stuff.
There's conversation, there's debate, but this is abuse. So thank you so much for coming in. For more information on this initiative, excuse me, breakfasttelevision.ca. We're going to take a quick break here. You're watching BT, and we'll be right back.